Okay, so hello everyone. Today I will express my views over a couple of stories. But before I begin with any of the story, let me familiarize you with another sort of thing, which is that the last day I used to relate one of the stories which named The Sultan's Choice. And that story that was from Philippines. And very secondly, today I want to express a couple of stories. The very first story named the money and the Mongolian, and this story is from China. And secondly, the third story which I want to express today that named the meaning of dream, and the third story that is from Sri Lanka. And even the following day, I would like to express my views over the fourth story, and the fourth story that named pretty different one. Let me just familiarize you with the name of that same sort of story. According to me, that story named The Storm in the Teacup, and that story is from Thailand. Okay, so it means that all the four stories they belong to different countries, and even the characteristics, the nature, the plot, the structure, the idea, the setting, that too varies from one to another one. So according to me, this is the great thing. Let it be. And very firstly, you know what? Today my mom, she was completely thrilling beyond measure. She thought that she would just ask others to subscribe my channel, and even she used to ask others for subscribing my channel, what current noise, what in vain, even people used to wow her, but to no well. But let it be. You know what? I just want that my subscribers, they should be enhanced and intensified, but with the help of my own efforts, with the help of my own hard work. That's the fact. You know what? If I would like to work recklessly on speaking English, so I know that one day I won't be getting subscribers in millions. That's the fact. But let it be. You know what? I'm having a big dream, which is that having subscribers in millions, like in 44 million or over that one. Furthermore, you know what? The moment when I used to just spill the beans, when I used to just disclose my desire to my younger sister, she used to poke fun at me. She used to give a loud crack of laughter. In addition to, you know what? It was pretty incredible for her. It was unbelievable for her, and even it is quite unbelievable for me as well. But you know what? It's my dream. But let it be. In addition to, let's just get straight to the story firstly. Okay, very firstly, one day that according to that story, firstly, according to me, I've forgotten the name. Let me just recall the name. Even unfortunately, the last day I forgot the name of the story, and so I used to just hesitate while speaking. Even right away, I forgot the name of the story. So, even according to me, it happened with me in the very first time of my entire life. But let it be. The story named The Money and the Mandolin. Okay, so there was a man in a palace, and he was the king of the palace, and furthermore he was the richest man of all the man of the earth. And furthermore, you know what, he didn't try to feel arrogant. And in addition to, you know what, he was a money lender. He was a rich money lender. He used to just give money, he used to just lend money to the people, and in return he used to take a hefty and a handsome amounted interest from the people. And it was kind of like his own business as well. And all day long he used to just brood over and muse at the factors of increasing money, enhancing money up to a certain extent. And moreover, all day long he used to just check the bills, he used to just go through the accounts, he used to just go through each and everything which was completely associated with and related to his entire business. And so, even moreover, all day long he used to brood over some other things regarding his business, and it meant completely that all day long he used to just catch up on his business, and during the idle time he used to just ruin his time by thinking. Okay, let it be. And one day, his wife felt completely annoyed with him, and furthermore, his wife just wanted that he should take rest for at least for some minutes, at least for half an hour. But in vain, as whenever he tried his level best to take rest, so the thoughts used to just arise in his mind automatically. As you know what the fact is that, as a matter of fact, that if we try to catch up on any activity for completely 22 days, so automatically our mind forces us to catch up on that same sort of activity. That's the fact. And so, since it was his own habit, he was completely fond of just thinking on the regular basis and for all time long. And during the business time, he used to catch up on his own business. And so, due to that fact, whenever he tried his level best to just take rest, so thoughts used to puzzle him and trouble him sizable and innumerable as well. That's the fact. And so, even he was having a neighbor. His neighbor was vice versa of him. In one sense, his neighbor was quite much poor. That man, he was quite much rich. He named She, and the another one he named P, and he was quite much poor. And furthermore, you know what? He was a mundane and nondescript and a normal laborer, and he used to just make his ends meet and he used to just earn something for his livelihood by just doing the laboring works for others. And furthermore, you know what? Whatever his income was, whatever his salary was, he used to feel quite much good with that one. Firstly, whatever his wage was, not salary. As salary, one gets the salary on the per month basis, but one gets the wage on the per day basis. Per day basis. So he used to get the wages. So I can't claim this that he used to get the salary. Okay, so that same man who named P, he was quite much grin and jubilant with his own salary. Very firstly, you know what? I don't know the name of these a couple of parties, and so I've said one to She, one as She, and second as P. And very firstly, the one who was rich, he really named She, but something more was added in his name. But since the name was the Chinese one, and even since the name of a couple of parties related to the Chinese name, so due to that fact, I'm unable to just pronounce the names in the quite good manner. So my bad for that one. Okay, but let it be. And very firstly, you know what? The man who named P, he was completely contented and satisfied with all his wages and with his daily lifestyle as well. He didn't try to bother about other sorts of things. And even, you know what? He used to go to the morning walk on the regular basis, and even after the morning walk, he used to go straight away to his work, and even for his work as well. And after catching up on his work, he used to go to his residence and habitual in the evening time. And in the evening time, he used to have his meals, he used to have his desserts and delicacies. And after having the desserts and delicacies, he tried his level best to just catch up on the musics, to just catch up on the songs. And furthermore, you know what? He used to just sing the songs on the mandolin, and those songs were the symbol of the happiness, stressless, and even work freeness as well, and carefreeness as well. And even the wife of the sheep, she used to feel quite much disgusted with her own hubby, with her own husband, due to his characteristics, due to his nature of just brooding over each and everything on the regular basis. And she used to suggest him many a time for just accompanying P for singing purposes and for just giving some of the rest to the mind as well, but in vain. And even all time long, she used to relate one thing. She used to make up excuses by saying merely one thing, which used to be like this: that you know what, I'm having sizable and considerable and innumerable amount of money, so due to that, I'm quite much stressful one, and the stress automatically takes place in my mind. That's the fact. And firstly, into the mind. And even used to relate this that due to just catching up on the accounts and bills related work, I'm having no time for myself. So how can I just play music, or how can I catch up on other activities, and how can I just sit idly as well? And so one day, you know what? He used to relate to his wife that, you know what, P, he is poor, he is not having enough money to brood over and to take tension about that. And so he is carefree one. And the vice versa of this is I myself am. And so now the wife of she was contented with she. And so one day, with a stroke of genius, she decided to give 500 silver coins to P. And firstly, so as to get to know that in the evening time would P try to just sing songs or not, and would P would be like always, and what would happen with P in future. He just wanted to know each and everything regarding that one. He just wanted to get to know that would really P try to take any amount of tension or any amount of troubleness. And even, you know what, one day he called P to his residence, and P used to take place over there. P used to just join his hands before she like this, even used to bow to him, and thereafter she used to give him 500 gold coins, and in a cloth, in an attire, and even 500 gold coins, they were completely wrapped in a wardrobe. And P used to take all those, and even P used to relate this at the very first instance that, sir, I would be unable to just give these back to you. So very firstly, how can I decide to just take these from you? And so thereafter, she used to just assure him of the fact that he would not take money from him. And so P, he turned quite much grin and jubilant, and even he used to just disembark and departure from there by after. Firstly, after just bidding farewell to she, and even after just saying thanks to P, to she, not to P. And even thereafter, we used to go straight away to his residence, and hopefully he came across his wife. He used to just give a colorful account to her of each and everything, whatever happened with him. And his wife, she too was quite much grin and jubilant. And even they just wanted to just decide about the business which they would try to just catch up on in future for just becoming a rich man, and for just getting a rich family as well, and for just getting a big house, a stately one as well, and for just leading a luxurious life like she as well. And so eventually, you know what, they used to just miss their evening's meal. Even they used to just muse at the business for all day long. Even nobody, neither neither of the two tries to just catch some sleep in the night time, and even all time long they used to just muse at and wonder at the business. They used to just they used to just take tension and stress for all time long. And furthermore, in the finally morning time, the fact is that P, he didn't try to go for his business for labor work, which was kind of like a work for him, kind of like a business for him in one sense. And so he didn't try to go over there. Even he used to just straight away go to the park, and there in the park he used to just wander at the business. Even he used to just skip taking the breakfast, lunch, and dinner as well. Even in the night time, he was unable to just catch some sleep, and his night that that turned the sleepless one for him. And in addition to, you know what, P, he next day as well he used to take tension, and even he used to take tension and stress along with his wife. And even these same things happened with them, husband and wife, for a couple of days consistently. It was really a prolonged period of time for them to bear. And furthermore, later on, one day, P, while he was just brooding over and wonder at the business, so one lord, female lord, used to take place just before his eyes. And she used to just relate to him even she used to just spill the beans by saying this, that, child, you are having 500 silver coins, and as a matter of fact, money fetches and brings the tension in the mind. And so, due to having sizable and even ample amount of money, you are taking trouble and tension. So just skip taking the tension, just avoid taking the tension completely, and just try your level best to just give him his money back. And even you should try to just catch up on the laboring work like usual before, and thereafter you would feel good, you would be feeling contented with yourself, you would be feeling quite much pleased with yourself. So later on, after listening to the Lord, he did as he was told. He used to give all the money back to she, and even thereafter, you know what? He used to go do his laboring work like usual before. Even in the evening time, he used to have his viands and talikekis, and after that, he used to just play the mandolin like usual. And this time, he played the songs with full of his happiness. Really, you know what? He was quite much overwhelmed with joy. His heart, that too, was singing, that too was palpitating while he was singing on the mandolin. And even this time, his neighbors, his bosom buddies used to accompany him in the quite good manner. As after complete a couple of days, he was singing like the good man, even like the gentleman, even like a good and great singer as well. And even due to taking tensions, he didn't try to just play the music for consistently for a couple of days. As attention, that was the high one that reached the apex. That's the fact. And moreover, lately, you know what? He thought that life that is good without money, and he thought that he should need the merely the enough amount of money and enough in one sense that he should need that much amount of enough money, due to which and with the help of which he would be then able to make the ends meet. That's the fact. But let it be. And even he too understood, he too used to fathom that due to money one can't lead a good life. And as the fact is that one is quite grudgingly, forcibly and reluctantly required to just give his or her entire time for the wealth, for just securing the wealth, for just becoming and even acting like a security guard for the wealth, for just retaining the wealth from the clutches of the thieves, robbers as well. Okay, let it be. And let's just take the glimpse of the time. Okay, so now, according to me, I've just spoken for 18 minutes, and I'm quite much habitual of speaking up to 20 minutes. You know what? The minimum time up to which I speak on the regular basis, that is 20 minutes, and the maximum time is a couple of hours consistently. Really. You know what? One day I used to speak English for a prolonged period of time and consistently, and even the prolonged period of time was itself a couple of hours. Really. And even I didn't try to have water, I didn't try to quench my thirst by having water. Moreover, I was feeling good, and since I was having sizable and ample topics at that day, so I used to speak more and more. Even I was unable to just stop myself. I was unable to seize myself from speaking anything in English, and even I got quite much promoted and encouraged for speaking English. But let it be. In addition to, today I earlier in the commencing, I just wanted to express my views over a couple of stories. Since the time that is enough, so I would like to express my views over the second story of today on the following day. Really. But let it be, and furthermore, according to me, it's good today. And the story that was pretty brilliant one, and even I got to know that money that is not everything for us, and even we should try our level best to spare some bit of time for ourselves and even for our family as well. As our family, the two matters us most. And we should try to just help others. We should try to just lend our helping hand to our siblings so as to decline their workload as well. That's the fact. And furthermore, today in the final morning, I used to catch up on academics. I used to read the English language book, but quite barely and hardly I was able to just have a good concentrate on academics. As 50% all time long, I was just wondering at and musing at the examination. I thought that today my examination that would be conducted, and even I was just waiting. I was anxiously and curiously waiting for the message from my college group, and even before a couple of hours of the examination, they awares all the students of the examination, and even thereafter all the students of the college they try their level best to just make themselves up by just doing some of the makeup or by just putting on attires. But you know what? I never try to just apply makeup on my face, as not only makeup that gives the obnoxious skin, but also that ruins, according to me, that ruins, vitiates, and devastates our complexion and even our hormones completely. As a matter of fact, you know what? If one would try to just apply cosmetics, so after just erasing cosmetics, after just working off, even in once is not working off, but after eliminating the makeup completely, so according to me, one would be getting the obnoxious complexion as the color of the real color, the natural color that declines due to applying cosmetics. That's the fact. Even hormonal problem that do can take place as as according to me, according to a research of America, some of the pregnant women they used to contain the cosmetics in their stomach. That's the fact. And so it happens due to applying cosmetics on the face. So hormonal problem that too can exist. That's the fact. And even skin that too can deteriorate. As very firstly, according to me, due to applying makeup, our skin that becomes the older one as compared to our own age. That's the fact.